If you're at a stage in your guitar playing where you're able to strum through chords pretty reasonably and play along to a few beginner songs, the next step to try and go on to is actually putting in some melody notes inside the chords so that whatever you're playing is kind of instantly recognizable. People are going to instantly know what it is you're trying to play. So let's take Heart of Gold as an example there. We're going to go through it chord by chord, and I'll show you how to recreate some of the melody lines inside the chords. So first of all, we do an E minor, and we do a single strum down, and then we're going to hit the G string, that's the third string, 3 times. And that's it for E minor. From there you get to a C chord, and you can use your connector, your second finger there, to get to it, so it doesn't have to move. And we do 1 strum across the C, followed by hitting the high E string again. So let's try and put those 2 chords together. Next we go into a shape which is a D add 9 or D suspended 2, you can call it either one. Basically you have your D, your normal D shape, you take away your second finger, and that's going to be D add 9 or D suspended 2. And the strings that we're hitting here is just the 4th string, the 3rd and the 2nd. So for this chord you hit down those 3 strings, then you hit the 2nd string twice more, and then the 3rd string. So it would be now let's try and put the 3 chords together so far. Next we come into a really nice resolution, which is a G, and for this G we're just going to, you can just actually play it with 1 finger, so it's going to be just on the 3rd fret of the low E string, and we strum down the strings and stop at the 2nd string because that's the resolution note of the melody line. So it gives us a really nice musical phrase. You just strum down the G once and then hit the 2nd string again. So let's try and put those 4 chords together now. So that is the first phrase to try and master, and in the next segment we'll go on to the second phrase. The second phrase of the song is practically identical to the first in terms of chords. It's just that we're going to vary the melody notes a little bit. So again, we start off on our E minor, doing 1 strum down and hitting the 3rd string 3 times. Then we go into a C chord and we hit the 1st string 3 times. So let's try and put those 2 chords together. Then we go into our D shape and we just hit the that kind of tight little chord, which is the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings, and then we just hit the 3rd string on its own. So it would be then we go into our nice resolution G chord. You strum it down once as far as the 2nd string, and then you're going to hit the open 2nd string again. So let's put those 4 chords together now. Now there's a nice little passing chord that we throw in at the end here. It's very easy to get to. You just hold the 2nd fret of the low E string So you hit the 6th string there, followed by the open 4th and the open 3rd. And that's going to pass us down back into E minor. So it'd be. So let's try and put that second phrase into context now. So you can see how the passing works at the end to lead back into the E minor chord. In the next little segment, we'll put phrases 1 and 2 together so we can get an overview of what we have so far. So once you have that phrase down, it's not too hard to complete the rest of the song with phrases 3 and 4, and we'll throw it into the backing track software as well, just to try and piece it all together. And we'll do all of that in part 2 of this lesson.